James O'Brien, Davy Tiernan stalking him. Davy chasing him. James has to kick it out into space to get a pick up. Does that. Comes around on his left hand side. Good strike in. And it breaks inside. James Lancy covers the ball. Conal Maguire is there too. So is Michael Poignard. Comes out there. Tomas Lancy having difficulty rising it. Eventually gets it up. Sorry, that was Cathal McCrann. Cathal had difficulty rising, and no wonder he had difficulty. He was being fouled. So John Doyle spotted that, and it's a free to Carrick. And Clement Caniff has taken it just a couple of inches on the Clooney side of the 45-metre line. Clement lifts, strikes, good long ball this time. In again, dropping on the Manor 20-metre line. Grabbed beautifully by Liam Morton, turns and strikes off his left-hand side. But fortunately for Liam, that's another wide, so that's 7 wides. 7 wides for Carrick in the first half. It's Ethan with the puck out towards Conor Byrne. James Lancy picks up the break. Conor Byrne and Michael McKeown went for that. And James, good ball out towards the wing to Gavin O'Brien. Liam Morton went for it. Was fouled. It was fouled there by Paddy Clerkin. And this will be a free in to Carrick. Foul on Liam Morton there by Paddy Clerkin. Linesman is on the case here. Alan O'Shea down giving instruction. Donald O'Grady is also there. The Carrick backroom team is Ulcan Conway as the manager, Alan O'Shea, Dahi Hughes and Declan Deegan. And for the Clooney Namont, their manager is Terry McManus, and his backroom team with him is Micheál Dolan, Mark Boyle and Eugene Clancy. So here's Clement now, positioning himself for this free. 27 minutes gone in the first half. Clement straightens himself up, lines it up, lifts, strikes. It's gone hard to see, it's gone off to the left, just off to the left and gone wide. So another let off there for Clooney and another miss, it has to be said, a miss for Carrick. So the ball books out again a great, almost a great catch by James, but he comes back and recovers it. Comes round off his left-hand side. Simple ball to Clement. Clement, good touch first time. And again, good sensible pass. Gives it out to Davy Tiernan. Davy off his right. Strikes it in towards the danger zone again. This time Liam Morton going out after it. Runs past it, and so does Paddy Clancy. Gavin O'Brien is there as well. And so is Fergal Rooney. So ball breaks out. Liam Morton, Hurley being held, but it comes back to him again. Simple ball again out to Colin Morton off his left-hand side. Colin with a great strike from Colin. Great ball from Colin Morton, and Colin puts the ball over the bar. That's his 3rd point. He is having a really good first half. That's his 1 goal and 3 points for Colin, 1-4 for Carrick, and they lead by 2 points at this stage. 1 goal and 4 points to Clooney's 5 points. Ball goes out the field. Enda Morton, nice pick up, good anticipation by Enda off his right, strikes it sort of skewed. Great tackle by Declan Ryan on Davy Tiernan. Comes out though to Kevin Clerkin. Kevin Clerkin in towards Paddy Clancy and Tomas Clancy. No relations. Tomas Clancy goes out to Davy Poignard. Davy hand passes it off to Micheál Dolan off his left hand side. Good angle from Micheál. Good ball in, but it's gone wide. Gone wide from Micheál. But that's only Clooney's 2nd wide of the first half, so they're very economical in their shooting so far. Ball by Colin Moran out towards this stand side of the field, out towards Cathal McCrann, but Davy Poignard does very, very well. Not only does he stop Cathal from getting it, but he gets possession himself. But his hand pass goes straight to his brother Michael. It comes to Conal Maguire. Conal, a lovely ball up his left-hand side, towards Liam Morton. Liam tried to lift it up, but unfortunately for Liam, under good pressure there from Paddy Clerkin, Liam couldn't keep the ball in play, so it's a sideline ball for Clooney. And it's really nip and tuck, as expected, all the way through this game. Carrick 1-4, Clooney 5 points. As we're coming up towards half-time, about 29th minute. James O'Brien, very prominent in this first half. James back there with this line ball. Nice cut from James, gets it up. Well done up to Michael Poignard. Michael gets it into the hand at the second attempt. Battled up by 3. Throws the ball though, under pressure. He was being battled up there by Conal Maguire, James Lancy and Colin McCrann. So it's good defending by the Carrick team there. Forced Michael into making the mistake. He threw the ball in his rush to get it away. And it's another free for Carrick. This time, sort of, you could say, almost dead on the halfway line. Clement Caniff to take it. Looks across the field. James is loose across the far side. Clement opts for a short one, gives it to James. James doesn't get up first time. This time he eventually does, under threat. Gets it in. doesn't go wide. Liam Morton is there, or Colin Morton, sorry, I keep mixing the two of them up. Colin Morton is there and Gavin O'Brien battling away for the ball, but so is Paddy Clerk. Paddy is the winner on that occasion, going down over the ball, pushing the back, oldest old free in the book, and pushing the back. Well deserved free by Paddy Clancy, good defending there by him. And John Doyle having a word with Colin Morton, I think, for something that happened there. Oh, and he's getting the yellow card. So I didn't actually see what the infringement was, but that seemed a harmless enough push on the back there. But John Doyle obviously was closer to the action than I am. Anyway, yellow card for Colin Morton. Ethan Clancy drives it out the field. Good free by Ethan. Again, breaks well into the Carrick half. Comes out this wing towards Micheál Dolan. Conor Byrne coming in there to sort things out. Cathal McCrann is there. Cathal coming out with the blue helmet. He's been held. The referee was playing advantage. No advantage accruing again. This is a very good rule actually, and John is playing it very well. When there's no clear advantage accruing, he calls it back in case anything develops. Refereeing it very, very sensibly indeed. So John lifts the hand halfway between the Carrick's 45 and 65. Here's Clement Kniff hitting a lot of frees today. Drives it again up towards Route 1, up towards the full forward line. This time Liam Morton grabs it, turns, he's going for goal. And the referee has blown his whistle, given a free. It has to be a penalty if it's a free in because he's well inside. And it is indeed. It's a penalty for Carrick. Just on the half-time whistle almost. Great catch by Liam Morton there from Clement's free. That's obviously Carrick's tactics today. Route 1 into the full forward line. Use the advantage of the height of Colin and Liam Morton in there. It's working fairly well so far. They're leading by 2 points. And this time it's resulted in a penalty. Still have to score something from it. Clement looks like the man that's going to take it. John Doyle having a word with one of the Clooney defenders there. I just can't see who it is. It's Paddy Clancy anyway, getting the yellow card. So John Doyle isn't shy in giving out the yellow cards today. He's keeping things well under control, and rightly so. So here's Clement with the penalty. Just on the half-time whistle, Ethan Clancy faces him. Ethan bouncing around in the goals, trying to distract Clement. He lifts, he strikes, and it rises on him, and it goes high and it goes over the bar. So that's that's Clement's second free, second point of the game, and John Doyle calling for the ball off Ethan Clancy, and that's a half-time whistle. And John Doyle, last bit of action there was Clement's penalty, putting the ball over the bar. Excuse me. So half-time score here in Park Sean McDermott is Carrick leading by a goal. That Colin Morton goal that came halfway through the first half. Both sets of supporters applauding their teams as they come off the field. This is still anyone's game here, only the goal between them. It's the half-time score here reading Carrick 1 goal and 5 points, Clooney 5 points. Carrick scorers there in that first half was Colin Morton, the main man, with 1-3, and Clement Kniff with 2 frees to make it 1-5. Manor scorer was Gavin O'Hagan, top scored again with 2 points, and Paddy Clancy, Carl McDermott and James O'Brien with the other 3. So half-time score, very exciting, very enjoyable game, well refereed by John Doyle as he makes his way off the field with his officials. Scoreline is Carrick 1-5, Clooney 5 points. Fáilte Ashcody and Darla on score Laham, Carrick Imanch, Ehena Kuig, Clooney Imanch, Akuig. Welcome back to the second half here in Park Sean McDermott. A very close game. Half-time score, Carrick 1-5, Clooney 5 points. John Doyle get things underway again. Away we go. James Clancy still playing midfield, going back there to battle the ball. Conal Maguire is there too, so is Kevin Clerkin, the Clooney captain. Ball back out, Kevin comes out, gets the ball. James Clancy battling away there. Michael McKeown is out around the middle this time. Comes out to add a bit of energy to the engine room out there, so he is Michael McKeown. Comes in, surely a bit of energy there. High tackle, John Doyle calls Michael over. High tackle there on Conal Maguire. Conal bounces up, I don't think no harm done. And Michael McKeown very repentant there as usual. John Doyle pointing the finger, waving the hand, and produces the yellow card. So, as I said earlier, John Doyle and not shy about giving out the cards, and he's right to just nip anything potentially in the bud. Anyway, Clement Kniff almost identically on the halfway line again. Stoops well over this one, lifts, strikes, doesn't get a good connection at all, comes low. Michael Poignard anticipates it well, catches it well, controls it well, and comes out fouled by Gavin O'Brien on his way out. Gavin pleading his innocence, but it was as clear as day. So Micheál Dolan back a good bit in his own half. He seems to be playing a sweeper role, I'd say. Anyway, takes the free out towards the halfway line. James O'Brien again winning ball, getting a lot of possession, tracked by Cathal McCrann, but James O'Brien gets the ball away. Conor Byrne again seems to be a magnet on the ball, gets it away. It's tricky enough on the cross. Enda Morton makes it look good over this wing to Davy Tiernan. Good touch from Davy, first time. Turns, looks, good ball down the wing. Liam Morton coming out after them. So it's pushing the back there. Yeah, it seems to be good. Yeah, by Declan Ryan. To a little bit obvious Declan. John Doyle spotted it. It was in a good position to spot it. Michael Poignard still chatting away, nodding the head there to the officials. I suppose keeping advising them during the game. So foul by Declan there on Liam Morton, and Clement coming over. Carrick will really have to improve on their marksmanship there in the first half, because they had 10 wides in that first half. So this is Clement's second free of the second half, second attempted free, lifts, strikes. This time it's looking good. It is good. It's gone over the bar. Clement's third point of the game and puts Carrick 4 points ahead, so it's 1-6 to 4 points, 3 minutes into the second half. Good puck out again by Ethan Clancy. Carl McDermott grabs it ahead of Conal Maguire. Carl goes off on a run, but Tomas Clancy puts a stop to that. Carl gets it back in towards the middle. James Clancy intercepts nicely, but he's been stalked by James O'Brien. James O'Brien blocks it well. James playing very well. Two Jameses there in battle. Comes to Davy Poignard. Davy tidies it up nicely with a good ball in towards the full forward line. Conor Byrne coming to meet it. Doesn't let him by him. Blocks it, keeps it out in front of him. Coming out on the left hand side. Tackled though by Gavin O'Hagan. Dispossessed by Gavin O'Hagan. And ball comes back to Kevin Clerkin. Kevin touches it back out. James Clancy tries to intercept. Almost got it into the hand. Didn't work out. And it goes out over the sideline for a line ball to Clooney. So Paddy Clancy to take this line ball. 4 point game at the moment. Carrick 1-6. Clooney 5 points. James Clancy goes back to cover back the short one to Davy Poignard. Paddy's swinging, practicing the swing there like a golfer at the tee off. Here he comes. Oh, nice high chip in by Paddy in towards the 20 metre line. Karen McDermott comes out, grabs the ball, gets his shot away despite the attempted block of Vinnie Mack. And enough of pressure by Vinnie to force Carroll into shooting that one wide. So that's Clooney's third wide of the game. Carrick with 10 wides. So it gives an indication of the possession, I suppose, but it also gives an indication of the accuracy as well. So good puck out by Colin Moran. Davy Tiernan went to catch it. It's fouled though by Paddy Clerkin. Paddy is on a yellow, so the way the form John Doyle is in today, you'd want to be very careful. So Davy picking himself up, shaking himself down, and trots off to his position again. So good puck out by Colin Moran. Spotted his man in space. Davy went and read the ball, but was fouled there by Paddy. But again, nothing malicious in the tackle at all, just a foul. Clement back again. He's hitting a lot of frees all day, getting the most pucks of the ball, I'd say, from frees. So a lot of frees. Clement, good high lobbing ball in, goes towards the end line, not quite gone. Liam Morton trying to get control of it. Breaks out. Sorry, that was Colin Morton, but he gets it again. This time has a look outside. Great ball out, but didn't quite go where he intended it. Davy Poignard intercepts it. He's been fouled. The referee lets play go on. Davy gets it out to his brother Michael. Michael drives it down the field. Hughie Glancy in there. Hughie battling his man up. The ball breaks into the middle end. Enda Morton is there with Kevin Clerkin. Bit of a schmozzle, not a schmozzle, but a bit of a ruck forming. No ball coming out, so John Doyle is going to throw it in. Conal Maguire and Karen McDermott standing hip to hip there. So Conal trying to get down over it. Cathal McCrann gets it. The unmistakable figure of Cathal as he comes out. Tries a short little ball. Didn't work out. Luckily for Cathal, the referee held it back. As Cathal didn't rightly make contact with bat, but he was fouled anyway before that. And Clement Kniff again, another free for Carrick. John Doyle reffing the game very well, it must be said. I know there's a lot of stoppages in it, but he's reffing it very well. And where possible, he's letting the play continue. Clement drives it into the forward, breaks outside from one of the pointers of Davy Tiernan. Davy, a bit slow in getting his shot away, well blocked down by Fergal Rooney, and it comes to Michael Poignard. He's coming out with the ball, fouled by Colin Morton and Gavin O'Brien. And John Doyle is going to have a chat with Gavin here, and it looks like another yellow. This time it's going to be Gavin O'Brien for a pull across Michael Poignard as he was coming out with the ball. John Doyle couldn't have been any nearer to it, so you had a right good view of that one. And it looks like it's going to be a yellow card there for Gavin O'Brien. So it's 3 yellows for each team so far. 3 for Carrick, 3 for Clooney. So Niall McLaughlin stands over with the free, drives it out towards the stand side, over towards our side of the field. Paddy Clerkin going for the ball. Karen McDermott goes and picks it up. Conal Maguire stepping him after. Good blue hoop by Conal. Carroll gets a shot away. Comes to Danny Byrne. Danny very quiet in the game so far, but does his business there. Does it nicely. Dropped it out towards Clement Caniff and Micheál Dolan battle for 4 Clooney men around Clement. Still managed to get it up into his hand and get the pass away to James. James gone down over it. Sensible ball back to Cathal McCrann. Cathal strikes it long. Oh, late challenge there. Oh, that was nasty by Paddy Clancy. Very nasty. I don't know whether anybody's seen it, but it was a nasty blow on Cathal McCrann after the ball was gone. Ref didn't see it, I don't think. I don't know whether the linesman saw it, but play goes on anyway. Comes out here to James Lance. He takes on his man James O'Brien, goes past him. Tackled by Declan Ryan, well tackled by Declan Ryan. James recovers possession though, gives the ball back to Clement. Clement now is off his left, has a look, has a strike and sticks the ball over the bar for a score for Carrick. Clement Caniff. That's Clement's 4th point of the game and puts Carrick into a double score lead of 1-7 to 5 points. I don't think any of the officials saw that tackle. It's 7 minutes gone. Paddy Clancy, a very high blow on Cathal McCrann off the ball. Really, it's not in tune with the spirit of this game whatsoever. But hopefully Cathal will be okay. The play developed anyway, and a combination of good play between James Lancy and Clement Caniff saw Clement put the ball over the bar for his first score from play in the second half, and it extends Carrick lead to 1 goal and 7 points, 8 minutes gone, to Clooney's 5 points. So this is the 4th meeting of these two teams in the last 6 years in county senior hurling finals. Clooney have won 3 up to today. So they have a long history of meeting. Actually, they've played each other 12 times altogether since senior championship was introduced. Carrick have won 9 altogether. Clooney have won 3. And the total number of county titles, Carrick have won 31 and Clooney have won 6. So no penalty accruing from that incident. Anyway, off we go with the game. Forget about that and move on. So the ball comes out from Ethan Clancy, breaks to Kevin Clerkin. Kevin leading by example. Well met, nicely met by Danny Byrne. I said he was quiet so far, but he's quiet but effective. James was lifting the ball that time to strike it without handling. Pushed in the back by James O'Brien. Again, not a nasty foul whatsoever. No ways nasty, but just a blatant sort of push in the back. And like I said, John is handing out the cards big time today. John Doyle. This one goes to James O'Brien. So that's Clooney's 4th yellow. Clement again with the free. But despite all the cards, this really isn't a nasty game. It really is not a nasty game. It's a very good game, in a very sporting manner. So Paddy Clancy being replaced, and he's replaced by James Rooney. I was expecting that for a while. So James Rooney coming into the full forward line, and he's been picked up by Tomas Clancy from Carrick. Clement with the long high dropping ball, dangerous enough, but Ethan Clancy knew what he was doing. He let the ball drop out harmlessly wide. So yet another wide for Carrick. Here's Ethan with the puck out, looking this side, looking towards Kevin Turcombe, then changes at the last second, drives it over the right hand side of the field. James anticipates it well. James Lancy, that is. Gives it out to Clement Caniff. Nice ball off to Cathal McCrann. Good combination. Cathal didn't connect at all. Disappointed with himself. Ball is broken loose. Davy Taylor is in there. A lot of men around the ball. James O'Brien has it. Cathal McCrann with a high tackle. Referee blows. No advantage accruing. I think Cathal might be a little bit frustrated by some of the things that has happened to him, and especially earlier on, so he takes it out. And James O'Brien, and you can't do that. So free to Clooney on their own 45-metre line, and their trainer and one of the great advocates of hurling down in Clooney, Micheál Dolan, back bending over it, lifts, strikes. It sort of ran away from him, but he still gets a good connection as he drives it in. James is underneath it again. James taps it out one side to try and get control of it. Still after it. Ooh, wild swing there, wild swing, and senseless swing really by Gavin O'Hagan. Just a silly swing, no damage done. Vinny and Gavin are exchanging words. A lot of these lads will be teammates on the county setup, so there's nothing nasty between any of them at all whatsoever. Height of respect for each other, and as have both clubs. But John Doyle again, taking out the yellow, I'm sure. Gavin O'Hagan going to get his name taken. That's 5 yellows for Clooney, 3 yellows for Carrick. So Clooney leading on the yellow card count. John Doyle rightly not letting anything develop. So Vinny lifts, strikes over towards the left wing. Great ball to Gavin O'Brien. Gavin O'Brien catches it first time. Shot blocked though. Comes in though to Davy Poignard. Davy playing very well today. Strikes the ball low and hard down the wing. And Danny Byrne again, since I mentioned he was quiet, he's come into the game really well, going about his business quietly and effectively. The man from Ballycolla and Laois, hard as nails, Danny Byrne. Ball goes out just trying to see who's going to come out of this. Kevin Clerkin in the thick of things as usual. So is Cathal McCrann. Ball breaks out. Michael McKeown. Oh no, Paddy Clerkin seems to get it. Great slip. And again, Danny is there again. I must have woken him into life there with my comment earlier, because he has stormed into the game. Here's Michael Poignard coming. Takes a lot of steps. The referee says no. Danny was coming out to meet him. So caught the ball twice. Technical foul. Michael Poignard penalised. But Danny, Carrick's number 4, coming out there to meet him, missed him, and technical foul there. Michael on his way out there caught the ball twice, so it's a free to Carrick. And again, Clement Caniff, I seem to be saying that a lot today. Clement Caniff standing over the free. This time it's just a couple of metres inside his own 65. He tells the lads to push in. He's going to lift and strike. He's going to drop it in around the square, and that's where it's going. It's going in. Square ball. Micheál Dolan was there to bat it out, got a knock in the process, holding his arm, seems to got a bang, but another man as hard as nails, he shrugs it off and goes out. It's a free for a square ball. In comes Pádraig McQueenie, is coming into the game now on the 13th minute of the second half, and see Gavin O'Brien is coming off. So 13 minutes into the second half, Gavin O'Brien from Carrick being replaced by number 22, Pádraig McQueenie. Pádraig is playing in the left half forward position, so we'll see what difference that makes. Ball is poked out, comes out towards the centre of the field. Clement comes in, nice pick up, first time. Vinny is in his way. So, Clement gets it back though. Again, a swing from Gavin O'Hagan, looking it didn't connect. Comes to Davy Tiernan. Davy has a look, very clever player. Davy always has a look, does nothing sensible. In towards Colin Morton. Colin, first time pick up. One look at the post, strikes off that famous left hand side and drives the ball over the bar. So that's Colum's first point in the second half, and his 4th point overall. 1-4 he scored out of this, 1-8 total. 1-8 to 5 points. And we're 15 into the 15th minute of the second half. James Glancy gone out after that ball again. Hughie, his cousin, in there helping him out. 2 of them getting stuck into it. Nothing accruing out of this so far. I thought Kevin Clerkin was emerging with the ball, but Danny Byrne is in there. Danny has really woken up this second half. He's had to Davy Poignard coming away with the ball, fouled by James Glancy, held back by James Glancy, and it's a free to Clooney, halfway between the Carrick's 45 and the Carrick 65. So Gavin O'Hagan will step out to take this one. Gavin, as I say, was top scorer last year in last year's final with 10 points. He has scored 2 from frees so far. This one, good bit out, will be a good striker if he puts it over the bar, but he's a really good striker of the ball, really good player, really accurate player, Gavin O'Hagan. So he stands over this ball now. John Doyle tells Daithí Hughes to get off the pitch. Daithí, get off the pitch. The linesman is trying to tell Daithí come off too. Here's Gavin O'Hagan with the strike. He's dropping it into the square. It's not going to go all the way over the ball. Batted out well by Cathal McCrann, sensibly out by Cathal McCrann. Comes outside the D. Enda Morton is out there, but so too is Peter Poignard. Peter off his right hand side strikes, and that ball goes wide. One of the 3 Poignard brothers, the younger of the 3 and probably the taller of the 3, is young Peter Poignard. Very classy hurler, very stylish hurler, very clean hurler. So puck out. Colin Morton looks for a man, finds Enda Morton, and is very sluggish, doesn't get that ball up, loses possession. Hughie Glancy is in there to tidy it up. Carrick making life hard for themselves. It was a really easy opportunity, but we didn't take the most of it to get the ball into our hand. Here comes Tomas Byrne, tackled high, still coming out, and he's fouled at the ball, and Cahill urges the rest of the boys on. Cahill McCran comes over, taps him on the back, says, keep it going, Conor. So Conor, coming out at that melee, grabbed the ball in his hand, was fouled by 2 or 3 Clooney lads. Sorry for saying manner so often, it's just a matter of habit, so forgive me for that. So Vinny with the free. Vinny from a standing position strikes off to the left, well read though by Davy Poynard. Pádraig McQueen's first bit of action from Pádraig, goes out, dispossesses Davy Poynard, gets the ball into his hand, sensible ball back to James. Pádraig and James, good old buddies, off the field and on the field. Great ball by James Buffy's left hand side, drops it into the danger area. Colin Morton is there again, ball to Blake Davy, pulls on it, but a great block, it must be said there by Paddy Clerkin. Comes back out, this time to Cahill McCran. Cahill looks very satisfied with that one. He's happy with that one, and Cahill McCran gets his first point of this county final, and it extends Carrick's lead to 1-9 to 5 points, so 12 points to 5 with almost 17 minutes gone. Puck out goes out towards the halfway line. Cahill McCran again really coming into this game very well, playing very well in the second half, gets the ball away. Colin Morton almost had it, drops it, but doesn't hold on to it. His brother Liam comes in to help. Michael Poynard is in there too, so too is Gavin O'Hagan. Michael Poynard coming out, met by Vinny, fouled by Vinny. Michael Poynard fouled on his way out. Michael Poynard playing very, very well in that Clooney in defence, really getting a lot of ball, coming out of ball, clearing a lot of ball, and he's fouled on his own 45 metre that time. John Doyle points towards the Tesco end, and here's Micheál Dolan with the free on his own 45. Micheál lifts, strikes over towards the right hand side of the field. Enda Morton is underneath it, nobody grabs it, breaks back though. Danny Byrne. Danny's really coming into the game in the last 10 minutes, really playing well out to this side of the field. Clement with a bit of time, Cahill McCran yells at him that he has time, turns, strikes again in towards the danger area. Liam Morton is underneath it, so too is Declan Ryan. Declan playing very well, defending very well, but it breaks outside to Colin Morton. Colin grabs the ball, lifts, strikes, and that inimitable left hand side strikes and puts the ball over the bar, and that's Colum's 5th point and Carrick's 10th point, so it's 110 to 5 points. So 13 points to 5, an 8-point lead. Ball pucked out by Ethan Glancy, comes to James Glancy, read it well, he's been held by Michael McKeown. James O'Brien comes to tackle him as well. Clement James, a very good ball across to Cahill McCran. Carrick playing very well, good ball into the forwards, great ball into the forwards, great supply in towards the Morton brothers, this time gone to the right and gone wide. Another fight, but good play by Carrick, good sensible play, good calm play. James